Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's energy update with me, Rebecca Meisel. Very excited to tune in this week. We have some really cool themes, and I feel like we're getting the light at the end of the tunnel here that's really coming through. Just to kind of recap the past few weeks, a lot of us have been really aware of these illusions that we've perhaps been living in. We are setting ourselves free. We are removing the veil. We are integrating the shadows and filling them with sun. So we've had this huge rebirth energy, this real energy of acceptance, this real energy of change and uncomfortability. So a lot of us have been in this disharmony perhaps, or being awakened to where this disharmony has been in our lives. And it's so beautiful because many of us are coming back to this harmonization. So some of us might be in the thick of that. Some of us might be coming through the end of this. Some of us might already be in the harmonious energy and enjoying the beautiful shifts. But wherever you are in the journey, we're really getting some beautiful messages that are going to continue to help us transform and continue to help us integrate the changes that are happening throughout this year. So let's dive into what channeled. So we have Test of Faith is the first real theme that we're moving into. So what channeled was Test of Faith, both feet on the ground, trusting your brilliance and the world around you. Confidence renewed, completion of projects, closing out stress for good, realizing what this was all for. Miracles can and do happen in your life. Relief and satisfaction is here. Taking back your control, realizing what's been within you this whole time. Strength, resiliency, motherhood and fatherhood, balancing the energies within. And then they were showing me this highlight on the solar plexus this week and this activation. They were really kind of showing me almost the lion totem, which is such a symbol of courage and strength and power and really being in that energy. So what really came through was this energy of this courageous lion-esque energy. So what came from there was, do not mistake fear as weakness. Fear is what makes you strong. It can be a catalyst for growth if you allow it. So allow your soul to sing anyway. Be happy and joyful anyway. See the light dance before your eyes. And then what came through was this mirage of glory. And they're kind of showing me the importance of stepping into that mirage. So for many of us, we're going to be utilizing visualization this week, and that's very encouraging. So visualizing yourself being successful, seeing yourself doing well in this situation. And they really were showing me how keeping our peace throughout this experience of change is going to be key. So let's pause here. So we have this beautiful awareness that we had the lion, the courage, and being courageous doesn't mean that you will not have fear. It means doing the thing anyway. It means pushing through and being triumphant anyways, despite the fear, despite the worry, despite what might be happening around us, and utilizing fear in a positive way. You know, so often we see this glorification of removing fear or being fearless, but that is really removing a huge component of our humanness. We are meant to experience fear. We are meant to have these challenges and situations. That is how we are propelled forward. That is how it can be a catalyst for our growth. And they're just showing me the shadow side and the light side of fear. So where are you in that? Are you a slave to your fear, or are you using fear to be an empowering thing in your life? So they're really showing me where we'll find harmony in our fear this week. And many of us are conquering our fear in a very positive way because we're seeing the fear and moving forward anyway. We're embracing the fear and going, yep, it's okay. It's all right if I feel afraid. It's okay if I'm not sure what's to come, but I'm going to trust. I'm going to allow myself to rely on my inner strength, to take stock of all of the challenges I've already overcome and seeing my own resiliency and knowing I can do this anyway. So it's this beautiful awareness that is finally dropping into our own power, to our own strength. And once again, this combination of all of our humanness. And that is so, so important. So the past few weeks, once more, we might have been really illuminated to this human side of us, this part of us that we might not like, where it's like, man, I am a worrywart, or man, I am so scared right now, or wow, I wish I didn't have this issue or this tendency. But it's now coming to this integration and acceptance of our humanness and welcoming those parts and not being afraid of those parts anymore, those shadows that we might have, and just filling them with sunlight, right? Okay, that's all right. This is me being a human being, and I'm going to love myself anyway. So it's really beautiful. I'm seeing just such a beautiful harmony that's coming in this week that's really kind of giving us this grounded foundation. And it's so beautiful. As I'm saying this, I'm just hearing this applause. So it's just like, look at you. You finally are coming to this balance. They're showing me someone who is balancing on one foot, now coming down, bringing that foot down to the earth and trusting it to be there for support. You do not need to balance everything on your own anymore. You do not have to feel like you're about to fall over anymore. The earth is there to sustain you. Your life is here to support you. The universe is here to support you. And as I say that, it makes me emotional because so many of us are just so tired. So many of us are so beyond their capacity when it comes to feeling like they must do everything themselves, or feeling this severe self-reliance. And now we're realizing throughout these experiences that we can be supported. And it's breaking and shattering this illusion where it's like you're alone. You believe you've been alone. You've believed that you can't do this, that you'll be stuck and a slave to fear forever or to situations forever. This is why this change has come in. Whatever change this is for you, right? Please take what resonates here. But whatever change is currently happening in your life, it's happening for you. It's happening to shatter these illusions that you cannot be safe and supported, that you cannot be loved and valued despite where you are in the journey. So this light bulb is getting flicked on. And we're like, whoa, oh my God, I didn't realize this. And we're getting to this beautiful foundation of love instead of building on this foundation of hurt. So they're showing me someone who's actually like pushed aside opportunities for growth and hidden themselves away, have kind of closed themselves off from even success or forward movement and growth because of this fear, or because of this deep wounding and hurt that made them believe that they weren't safe to do so, that they needed to be fully independent, that they couldn't expand or ask for help. And now this is changing. So some of us might have actually noticed this past few weeks where we're like, you know what? I'm so tired of doing everything by myself. I'm so tired of holding all the stuff together in my life. I need help. I need support. I can't get through this alone. And we're waking up to this truth that we're not meant to. We're not meant to. And in fact, we can be more empowered when we ask for help. And having the humility to take baby steps and to not have these outrageous expectations of self. So once more, they're showing a lot of us taking on new projects or things that we never thought we would. And that's scary and that's very intimidating. Some of us have made these huge changes and we're doing things, brand new things for the first time. And it's like allowing that experience to be like, okay, I'm learning, I'm making mistakes perhaps, I'm not going to do it perfect, but having that awareness and allowance for slip-ups, for mistakes, for learning, for growth, right? And this is where we need to be there for ourselves and let others come in to help us. So this is what's so beautiful, is this test of faith. We're really seeing that we can believe, and we can believe something different. And once more, they're bringing this awareness of this new belief system coming in that supports you, as opposed to leaves you lacking, leaves you drained, leaves you burned out. You're now realizing, wow, this illusion is done. I'm ready to be supported. I'm ready to not be so hard on myself. I'm ready to release and shed the burdens that I've been carrying alone. So both feet are on the ground, trusting your brilliance and the world around you. Confidence renewed, completions of projects, closing out stress for good. So this is so cool. So once more, we're becoming very grounded in ourselves, very grounded in our foundations, and we're not letting fear take away from us anymore. And this is a very cool highlight, because they're mentioning how we let fear keep us enslaved. And now we're going, you know what? No, I can do this. Even if this is new and scary, I'm going to choose to empower myself rather than give my energies to fear and to the what ifs. I'm going to know, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to try my best, and that's all I can do. And this beautiful confidence is starting to come in, this beautiful awareness of how we approach these new things is really landing, because we're seeing the benefit in supporting ourselves and being the cheerleader of our lives, as opposed to the opposite, and how this actually spurs us to action and motivates us to take the actions that we need to take. So this is releasing a huge chunk of stress off of our shoulders, because we're not doubting ourselves every twist and turn. And even if we are, we're going, okay, I can do this. Let's try to leave the self-doubt and low confidence behind. Let's choose something different. So we're going to challenge ourselves this week to believe. And we're seeing the miracles that abound when we manifest from this space, when we manifest from this amazing energy of positivity rather than lack, abundance mindset rather than lack mindset. And this realization comes in. Oh, maybe this challenge came in to help me actually achieve this, to actually push me to try something new or do something in a new way or change my perspective. And we're seeing this miracle unfold before us. And sometimes a miracle can literally just be a shift in perception. You know, our perception is everything. It's the veil that we see through every single day. It's those glasses we put on, and depending on what lenses we're wearing, rose-colored or not, is how we're going to be living life. So we're switching out the glasses. We're switching out the lenses. We are choosing what's actually best for us this week. And this is bringing so much relief, and this is bringing so much empowerment and awareness to our inner strength, our inner resiliency. So they're really showing me this balancing of the masculine and feminine happening, and it's so, so beautiful. This month it might have been very challenging in this, but we're now closing this out. We're now coming to this awareness of where we need more balance, where we need more help, and where we need to lean in to this energy of the feminine, which many of us have not mastered. So keep that in the forefront of your mind this week. When it comes to your approach to everything, how can I lean more into the ease and grace? How can I ask for help? How can I delegate? How can I take less stress on and take the stress off my shoulders? So they're really wanting us to analyze this week. We had this reminder last week as well of analyzation of our schedule, of our health, of how we're actually prioritizing things. And if we haven't done that, we need to really do that this week as well. Where can I release my burden? Where can I unchain myself to believing that everything must fall on me to do? And this is giving us that empowerment and energy that we actually need, because they're showing me the heart chakra be very depleted from the giving. And now it's time for us to find the balance, the harmonization. So talking about chakras, we're moving into the solar plexus activation this week. So really prioritize your solar plexus. How is your gut? How is the health of this whole region of the solar plexus, the midsection of the body? Is there a lot of fear? Because what disbalances the solar plexus is when we're giving our power away. And most of us give our powers away to fear and worry, to circumstances that might not even happen. And once more, we need to take the power. We need to be filling our solar plexuses with sun this week, with empowerment this week, with confidence this week. So how can you strengthen your solar plexus? By doing things that make you feel confident, that bolster your confidence, that bolster yourself. So if you're trying something new, we're going to have that challenge of like, oh my God, can I do this? And we're going to doubt ourselves. We're going to have those moments. Just keep remembering this. How can I bolster myself up? How can I not give my power away in this moment and take the time that's necessary for me to fill up my cup again? So they're kind of showing me the moment you get overwhelmed, the moment you start questioning yourself, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Take a break. Walk away. Do something that empowers you, that remotivates you, that shifts the mindset and the energy immediately. Okay, because it's very important. The more we dwell on what we fear, the more we dwell on what we feel we're lacking in, the more we're manifesting that energy and taking that into our bodies, into our energy fields. Our minds are so powerful. So be very mindful. What are you dwelling on? What energy are you consistently dwelling in on a daily basis? And how can you take control immediately? No. I'm not going to fall into this trap of overwhelm. I'm not going to fall into this trap of stress, of giving my power away. I'm going to choose me today. So I'm going to stop whatever this is and I'm going to move away from it just for a time so I can revitalize myself. And so they're showing me very powerful energy happening by this responsibility we're taking for ourselves. So take a break. Movement, exercise, empowering yoga movements, stretching. They're showing me Reiki, so really putting a focus on your energy work around the solar plexus, fueling your body, being in the sun. The sun is so empowering. So sunlight, nature, really do what rejuvenates you this week, and doing activities that once more you feel confident in, that build the confidence once more within you. So love this perspective shift and this reminder, do not mistake fear as a weakness. So if you do fall in the trap of fear this week, if you do find yourself sliding into worry and doubt, recognize once more, you're a human being. This is going to happen. It's okay. Don't mistake your fear as weakness. Don't judge yourself and shroud yourself in that judgment. Okay? Fear is what makes you strong. So once more, this amazing mindset shift from villainizing ourselves, from villainizing our fear, from villainizing these emotions that we have been programmed to believe are weak or make us weak, and instead using them to make us grow, using them as a catalyst to empower us, and coming to this acceptance of the human capacity here. It's really, really beautiful. So allowing your soul to sing anyway. Be happy, be joyful anyway. So this beautiful reminder, whatever is happening, choose yourself anyway. You can do that. We always have that choice, no matter what the circumstance. You know what? I can be happy anyway. I don't have to let this one thing ruin my life. I don't have to let this one thing that's not going well diminish me. I don't have to give all my power away to this one event or situation or whatever is happening. I can still give myself happiness, joy, and fulfillment. And how empowering that is, right? So see the light dance before you. And this is where we must keep our visualizations open. So the mirage of glory, visualize and see yourself doing well in this situation. So no matter what is happening, let's take the empowered stance. Let's take the empowered road. Let's take that empowered perspective. see yourself doing well in this situation. And I'm hearing ask for a miracle. Many of us need to be praying. We need to be asking the universe for its support. So once more, we're not going to live life the old way where we're so self-sufficient that we have no help. We need to be asking for help daily. Are you willing to receive help? Because if you're like, why am I not manifesting help? Well, are you allowing help now? Right? We're currently manifesting now. So are you actually open to receive help? Are you open to receive abundance now? Because if you're saying no now, then you're saying no to your manifestations in the future. So be very mindful. And keeping your peace is key this week, okay? So boundaries, maintain your peace, protect your peace, do what you need to do to maintain peaceful living. You deserve it. So from there, let's move on to the next one, which was resurrection of the dead. Now, this is super interesting. Old dreams come to life, seeing they were only sleeping. Resurgence of lost ideas, putting theory into practice, putting words into your song. You had the melody. Now you have the wisdom, the lyrics to begin to make your dream whole, complete. And this was very cool because they were showing me this balance happening between our heavenly and earthly energies. So once more, look within your own life and go, where has something been missing? Where have I been missing the grounded action? Where have I been all up in the clouds? Where do I need the security, the 3D support, right? Some of us get lost in that. So we're going to see this balance. See what is truly necessary to make your dreams come true. Now nothing may stop you. Now all may be aligned. Hard lessons of truth, but it's been needed. Self-illusions left behind. Grounded, rooted action. You may take the next step now. Your dreams will be fully supported. So this was absolutely amazing. So once more, we're getting this awareness. Where were we not balanced? Where have we been all up in the ideas, all up in the clouds? They're showing this very Piscean energy and missing the grounded support, the grounded 3D level. So we see this a lot in so many of us. We have all these great ideas. We have all these dreams that we've wanted to create, but maybe we've been noticing how we've just never been able to have them take off or had a lasting effect. And they're showing me this being so discouraging and so disheartening. But what was missing was this 3D support, was this energy of balance. So where are we in that currently? Do we have the financial backing? Do we have the support and help and encouragement from others? Right? These are things we need to be looking at. And it just keeps coming back to that core wound of not feeling supported. So notice where that might have actually been manifesting in your dreams, in your business, in your relationships, right? Where is this manifestation coming to the forefront for healing? So this core wound is going to be very active this week, and we need to be aware of it. And so now we're getting this new resurgence, this resurrection, so to speak, of dreams that we left behind, dreams that we forgot about, dreams that, at one point in time we're like, yes, it's going to take off, and then maybe it didn't. And so we just were like, you know what, I give up, on to the next. But we're realizing, no, we actually are deserving of these dreams. We're deserving of these happy outcomes, these soul-fulfilling paths. So we might start noticing this reawakening this week, this, hey, actually, I think I do want to go back to that. Or, hey, this divine inspiration comes in, this divine download comes in and goes, hey, you should actually be doing this. You should actually be pursuing it. Just because you weren't balanced before doesn't mean you can't be now. And we're now putting things together that we didn't see before. And we're now getting these light bulb moments and illuminations to what was lacking. And for many of us, we're going to notice it was the support. And it all comes back to our supportive self. How willing are you to support yourself? How willing were you in the past to receive help, right? And we're starting to build this awareness to the bigger picture, right? And the bigger picture of life, and the soul's evolution. They're driving home this point too, like, you're not here to just have everything go well. We were sorry to say this. We'd love it if that was the case. But we're actually here to challenge ourselves. And we have to go through these times of strife and things that just didn't work out so we could learn. It doesn't mean they weren't meant for us. It might just mean that the timing wasn't there. We weren't ready to learn the lesson. But now we are. So can we take that awareness this week and not begrudge the journey, not begrudge or be sad or down or defeated about why things didn't happen before for us, and now realize, well, I needed that information. Nothing was ever a waste of my time. It was all to help support my evolution to become who I am now. And now we're ready. We're both feet on the ground. And they were showing me this visual of this beautiful tree and the roots carving deep into the earth and then moving upward. The beautiful leaves now growing and stretching out towards the sun. It was this beautiful balance, right? This beautiful harmonization, grounded, but yet up in the sky. It's this beautiful combination of these energies. So we're becoming rooted now. We're taking the corrective steps to be fully foundational and making sure we're building on a foundation that's strong, that's based on self-love and self-empowerment that allows for support and respect, as opposed to building on a foundation of hurt. Now, this was last week's reading. Do you have a foundation built on your hurt? Is pain been your motivation for your actions, for your work, for whatever it is you're doing? We've got to shift that now. We're making this grounded foundation in love. It's absolutely amazing. And this is now the permission given. You may now take the next step. Now that you've learned this lesson, now what you know what to do, so you can be rooted and grounded in your 3D experience, you can now reach for the sun, right? The world is your oyster. You may now take this next step. Your dreams will be fully supported. And I just hear now, because you were willing to support yourself. So from there we have success, abundance, this trickling in of your dreams. What signs do you see of their presence? What alerts from the universe have been received? Review your goals. Are they now in alignment for your highest potential, your highest good, your highest truth? Signals from the universe. Billboard sign. Turn here. They literally showed me this billboard with flashing lights, like, turn here, turn here. The path is loud and clear. Pave it, walk it, enjoy it. Every step has intention for you and your life. You can finally see the truth. So this was beautiful because they were just showing me the universe really stepping in now, because it's like they kind of had to take a step back so you could learn this lesson. And this lesson was key. It's pivotal for your expansion, for you to be able to receive what you're asking for. And they want to remind us this week, our dreams have been heard. Our prayers have been heard, and they're going to be answered. They're about to be answered, is what I just heard. So quick movement is going to happen now because you've learned the lesson. So many of us need to understand it is less of a time frame as opposed to learning what we're supposed to learn. And then the next step is revealed. Then the next thing is coming. When we ask for a certain outcome, we have to remove the things that are standing in the way. And that's exactly what the universe does. When we set intentions, it's like, okay, let's now do the healing. Let's now do the work of what was making you manifest the opposite. So we can now manifest what you're asking for, what is deserving of you. So it all comes down to our inner evolution. It's so amazing when we start putting things together this way and seeing that we truly manifest our lives, create our lives. The outer world mirrors you. So whatever is mirroring to you now is what is happening internally, is what has got to shift, is what has got to change. So where is that big gaping wound? Where is that problem? Where is that issue stemming from? And how can we take the initiative to heal what is being asked to be healed so we can claim the life that is rightfully ours? Okay? And with this, we're getting this success and abundance because we're closing out this chapter of not being supported, of not being balanced, of not being willing to lean into our feminine and masculine energy in harmony. So this is now ushering in this new time of abundance. You are ready. So this trickling in of your dreams. So what signs have you been seeing? I really feel like we've needed signs, and the universe is like, ask us for signs. If you haven't been receiving them, ask us for signs of what path to be taking, of what is next for you, whatever it is you want to ask. But I just feel like we're going to be getting these glimpses this week of what's coming. So be aware of that and be very mindful of the obvious, because they're kind of showing me once more that billboard, like it's right here, turn here. Listen to the voice of your intuition. It's yelling at you this week. It's going to be screaming at you this week. This is what you're meant to be doing. This is what you got to do. So this is going to call for a little reevaluation, because once we get this illumination of what we're supposed to be doing and what we know we want to do now, we have to go, okay, is everything lined up to support this? Are my goals in alignment to get me to this thing, to what I really want, to the happy outcome? And if not, what's the groundwork that now needs to happen? What are the shifts that now need to change and create in our lives to build this proper foundation? So review goals. Are they now in alignment for you? So once again, some of these goals that we've previously been working on, we're going to maybe realize they're lackluster. We're like, oh, actually, I don't think this is what I want. I think this is what I want now. They're showing me so many things, so much confusion that maybe a lot of us have had, where it's like, I really just don't know what direction to take. We're going to get that direction. So ask to be shown, ask to be given the steps that you need, and really evaluate, are these things that I'm currently on or pursuing, this path that I'm currently taking, is this for my highest good? Is this coming in full alignment for me? Is this in alignment with my truth? Okay? Because your throat chakra is going to tell you. Your throat chakra is going to be like, oh boy, this isn't me anymore. Or, oh, this is me now. Right? So it's this beautiful empowering actions that we're taking. And so trust your intuition, trust your path. So the path is loud and clear. Pave it, walk it, enjoy it. So I love this because they're really showing me the process here of life. We're paving a brand new path. And then we're going to walk the path. And then we're going to enjoy the path as we're walking it. So it's so much less about the destination and so much more about the journey. And they're really bringing this point home into the fore this week. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. If you're not enjoying the journey, what's the point? What's the point? None of us know our designated time. So why not enjoy every day to the fullest? Enjoy every moment you have. Even if it's a challenging time in your life, how can you make the most of this beautiful earthly experience? Because it is temporary. So enjoy it. Make it the best it can be. And we're seeing that every step has had intention for us. Everything that we've gone through has helped us learn something, has helped us grow in some way. And yes, we have the option to take the lesson or not. But if we do, if we choose to see things in this higher perspective, it can change your life because you no longer begrudge the challenges. You no longer resist change because you're like, okay, it's all in the end, it's going to work out in my favor. Everything is going to work out in my favor. And that's the truth. Everything has an intention for your life. Now, what a beautiful way to live. Seeing every little thing in your life as just perfect for you. Because it is. If you go to your higher self and ask, why am I having this challenge? You're going to find out, oh, because it's perfect for you right now. You're exactly where you need to be. Even if you hate it, how can you stop hating it? How can you start embracing it? And go, okay, I got this. I'm going to learn this lesson. I'm going to stop resisting the lesson. I'm going to embrace it so I can learn it and I can move on. So, last but not least, our final theme, which is rest after the journey. So, a lot of us have gone through a lot, and sometimes we got to honor that. We got to go, okay, sometimes it's really nice if I could be in all the la la land and the positivity and the wondrous. That's great. But some days I'm not going to feel that way and I'm going to feel exhausted. I'm going to feel tired. Maybe we're going to feel a little defeated at certain points. And that's okay. All right. It's not an easy journey, life. So let yourself feel those things and rest, rejuvenate yourself, because we're going to be learning some big lessons. I feel like a lot of us are closing out big lessons this week. So with that, rest. You're going to need it energetically, physically, mentally. Rest. Give yourself this gift. So rest after the journey. Take rest, rejuvenation, a job well done. And they're showing me someone like patting your shoulders, like, good job. Seeing you can do hard things. You can surmount them. You are the rock of strength. You are the water that moves through any obstacle. You did it all yourself, applying the wisdom you've acquired through the journey. Relief and celebration. Celebrate your hardships as well as your wins. You moved past this test of your strength. Now you are indebted to no one. Now you can be free, cutting off the large cords that bound you. You're free from your prison. Now you're set up for success. Wow, wow, wow. What a way to close out the week. So after this big moment of completion, whatever this is for you, this lesson, this circumstance, whatever you find yourself in, this change, take rest. Take what you need. Celebrate the strength it's taken for you to surmount this, for you to trust yourself, for you to dig your heels in and say, no, I'm not going to choose the old path anymore. No, I'm not going to go down that path. No, I'm not going to be scared or stressed or take on more than I can handle. Yes, I'm going to respect myself. Yes, I'm going to empower and embolden myself. Yes, I'm going to take courageous action. And it is the most glorifying moment for yourself. And I feel like you need to give yourself the applause, okay? Give yourself an applause this week. Pat yourself on the back and the shoulders and go, you know what? I've done it. I did it. I'm here. We're out the other side. And even during the hardships, I'm getting through this. I'm doing the best I can. Like, what a beautiful way to embrace yourself. What a beautiful way to live your life is to be that energy, to be in that energy, through the thick and the thin. Like, that's what we need. That's what all of us want in life, is support, is praise, is validation. And you can give that to yourself. And this is freeing you. Like, they're just showing me the chains dropping off your body. And you're coming to this awareness that you're free. And you are the one who set yourself free. No one else did it for you. You did it. You cut these cords yourself. that bound you to believe it wasn't possible. And now you're passing this test to see you are strong, to see you are powerful, to see you can do anything. You can move mountains if you trust yourself, if you believe in yourself, if you embolden yourself. And this is what's so beautiful is now that we've learned this, now that we've learned this new way of supporting ourselves, of living life, we're now set up for success. And it's so true, because no matter what happens now, no matter what changes occur, no matter what craziness goes on, you know how to navigate it. By trusting yourself, by trusting the universe, by keeping your foundation strong. And you no longer have to fear your life. And isn't that the most greatest gift? Is befriending your fear? Is realizing it is possible for you to live your life without feeling a victim? Without feeling like you are helpless to the whims of destiny, to the whims of life, to the whims of fear? You're ready to rise. And with this, we're ready to be seen. So I'm hearing the next chapter, it's going to be all about that. It's going to be about being in your glory, being seen for who you are, and not giving a hoot about anything else, about anyone else, or any judgment or opposition, because you're like, you know what, bring it. I'm here for myself. No matter what happens, I'm here for myself, and I can make it through anything. So let's grab a card. I feel called to do a little shuffle here and pull a card for this week. So what final message do we need? All right, we got one. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Oh, we got two. Okay. So we have, don't allow negative emotions to fester. If you are feeling frustrated, angry, or hurt, for example, just acknowledge that instead of fighting your feelings. Go with them and work with them. Then true healing can begin. Yes. Okay, this is amazing. So once more, we're going through the heavy sometimes. And I feel like this is a week where we might be going through a bit of heavy. So don't let that swallow you whole. And when those emotions come, don't villainize them. Work with them. Listen to them. Be there for yourself, right? They're just showing me the inner child. The inner child needs comfort. The inner child needs recognition, okay? And that is how we heal and set ourselves free, as opposed to running away from our emotions, from not wanting to feel our emotions, or ignoring our anger, instead of embracing it and going, you have a place here too. And I'm going to accept you. I'm not going to be in resistance anymore to myself or how I feel. I'm going to let them move through me. Such beautiful advice. So from their last card, instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Yes. So once more, some reevaluation this week. What can shift so I can take on less? What can shift so I cannot be stressed or overwhelmed or exhausted? How can I delegate? How can I show up for myself? How can I see the importance of pause and rest and rejuvenation? Okay? It's so beautiful. So be mindful of your schedule. Be mindful of your projects. Not everything can be done in a day. So take it one step at a time and trust everything is going to work in your favor. So my friends, that's all I have for us this week. What a beautiful reading. I hope these reminders help you. And let me know how this resonates. Let me know in the comments below. And sending you so much love and light. Have a beautiful week.